scene. A spectacle, a cavalcade of dancing lights trying to hype this crowd into a frenzy, and it's working because they know what a huge matchup is in store. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Stanford Cardinal, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Notre Dame looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Cardinal offense will take the field to get things underway. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, David, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Now on the move. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The Cardinal will have to boot it away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. On the run, it's Price. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Out of the gun, the give to the back. Oh, he's got some space. Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
Caught behind the line. It's Norton. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
The give to the right. Trying to impose their will on the ground as he stopped after a 5-yard pickup to the 33. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. Dropping back, it's Carr. Fires to the right. Complete downfield. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's coming out of the end zone. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. This drive will open from the 15. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Quarterback on the move, still looking.
You see offenses doing this a lot now. When you got a scrambling quarterback, get him outside the pocket. Run a bootleg to the left where he has the option. What can he do? Pick him up, put him down, and go get some yards, or he can throw it down the field to try to make it even bigger.
The give to Davis. And some room to work. There he goes. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-low, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. That's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard.
Fires one high and deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Stanford lines up to punt it away. Catch is made at the 15. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. Here come the Irish back on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. From the gun, he leads it with the back. He's stuffed after picking up one to the 23.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
The offense changing the play. Dropping back, it's Carr. Moves away as he feels pressure. Fires to the big fella. He'll be forced out of bounds right at the 30-yard line as they try to grind out some room.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule, and what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
Catch in the middle, it's Norton. And he gets it out past the sticks, and Notre Dame will have a first down. A lot of urgency for this offense.
And you'd like to see the defense play a little bit tighter on those short yard situations. They give up the first down, and they better get ready because you can tell they're right back on the ball to run another play.
Quickly complete. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle, it's Norton. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on third down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
Really nice job by the quarterback, dropping back, understanding. He knew his wide receiver was going to drag across the middle of the field. Good timing, waiting for him to come open, hitting him with the strike.
Power football with the run. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Notre Dame comes out of the break facing third down. Back to pass, it's Carr. Fires to the tight end. Breaks into the open. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Tight end finds a soft spot. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Notre Dame has it now, first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the offense is trying to go counter, but the defense blows it up. And they do it by getting penetration up the middle, setting up the tackle for loss.
After getting nothing done on first down, second and goal from the 6. They'll move the wide receiver. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Bulldozes his way through. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
And the offense, they don't choose to go downhill, be physical. They try to get it on the perimeter. Stay away from some of those defensive linemen, but you could tell DBs, linebackers, not scared. Nice job playing fast, trusting their eyes, and forcing the third down.
Slams it ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Irish!
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
That 3-yard pickup gets it out to the 28. It's 2nd and 7. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Dropping back, it's Calandria. Here's a heat. Quickly out to the tight end. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. And he was able to break one tackle, Jesse, and almost got away from another.
And this secondary, this defense, they better pack a lunch. When this guy has the football, you've got to get bodies to him. And you better wrap up those legs and hold on tight. This dude's hard to tackle.
And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding to the football?
Handoff to the single back. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This Stanford offense is humming, set up with another first down. They'll ride the hot hand. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Oh, he wants it all. Caught at the 25. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. Starting to get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. Stanford with a lot of options here on 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Caught near the sticks. It's Hall. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. 1st and goal, and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. Makes the grab. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Lost the throw again. The sweet feet buy a little time. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Stanford!
One thing you know about this team is they've got a lot of fight in them, and that's a great job responding by the offense on that last drive, capping it off with a really good-looking touchdown run. This is now a one-possession game. We've got a lot of football left to play.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. To the air, it's Carr. Caught over the middle. It's Norton. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Fires complete on the crosser. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They'll go to work in the air on second down. He's got it. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. They're working that left side. Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the first half.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They're looking to pass from the red zone. And it's picked up at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
Well, the defense does an awesome job here with their backs against the wall in their own red zone, coming away with an INT early. That could be a big game-changing type play in this game.
Looking to pass. It's Carr. And he's got his man on the sideline. He'll come up a little short of the first down. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll move the tight end. They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Wide open downfield. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. That kind of play will put a jolt into a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just inside the 40. Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Norton. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
The Irish come to the line facing 2nd and short. Leaves it with the running back. Turning it on! Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
At halftime in this locker room, there's a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down. Gives it on the option. Got some room in under the goal line. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Great job out of the back on the option. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Last completion got them a first down. Let's see what they do now. Back to pass. It's Calandria. Rush is on him. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to two. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
Oh, he's got some space. Got the first down, looking for more. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. Stanford going back to work with another first down. A run for the quarterback. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
I don't know that there's a harder position in football to play than cornerback. You know, all the space in the game, the speed of the game, the big bodies out wide. But to be able to break on those short passes and be an open field tackler like that and give up no yards and protect deep, that's a nice job by the corner.
Stanford lines up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Making sure there's no return on that one as the punt sails out of bounds. Here come the Irish back on offense. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Wide receiver going in motion. He might want another play. Wants to throw. It's Carr. Fires to the wideout. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down. Hunt is on its way. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
And to get rid of it quickly. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Takes a shot as he lets it go. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Cardinal will have to boot it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. They'll try the run. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking downfield, it's Carr. Under fire. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a 4th down. The Irish send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Hall. There he goes. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Excellent throw by the quarterback. Found the window between the zones and then delivered the ball on time.
Off-play action on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Trying play action. Grab behind the line. It's Moses. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
He's got an open man. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. Stanford gets set to snap it on first down. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. It's a reverse. That did not fool anybody. The defense right there to knock him down for the big loss.
Well, the offense is trying to go with the trick play, and they're dialing up the reverse, but the defense had great eye discipline. They tracked the football from the running back to the receiver, and they were able to rally to him and make a big tackle for a loss.
I like the mitts, the big fella coming in with the catch. Hey, running a little bit of a route, showing a little wiggle, getting open, throwing the football. That's the way to catch it, big fella.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on third down. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
And this is not decision time. This offense, it's green light the rest of the game. Down multiple possessions, got to go for it on fourth down. Probably had that in mind. It's a little shorter fourth down, but this offense has got to stay fast-paced.
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinal! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Here come the Irish back on offense. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And you can feel the momentum a little bit, right? I mean, the fourth quarter has kind of changed, and this defense is settled in. Their offense has scored as well. So this is a big tipping point in this football game. This is a big possession because Uncle Mo is all on the side of the defense.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Defense doing their job, getting that last stop, and now 3rd in California. Not a lot of play calls to convert this, so defensively, let's get off the field now. The clock's running. We need to give it back to our offense with as much time as possible.
Here comes the heat. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Calandria. Pucks it out of the air. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. Stanford lines up to punt it away. That leg is staying loose. Already the 5th kick of the night. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Trying to tackle this guy is a business decision as he gets it up to the 29.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. The give is to Smith. Got enough for the first down. On the move at the 30. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. With that score, it looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Interesting matchup this week in the Mountain West, and it sure is playing out that way. Boise State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Colorado State. The Mountain West likes to keep things interesting, fellas, and we'll circle back if anything big happens.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. So now it's 2nd and long. To the air, it's Calandria. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down. Quickly to the tight end. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. He brings up 4th down. On 4th down, going to the air. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. Here come the Irish back on offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
The give to the back. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. On 2nd down, let's see if they go right back to the run and put this game on ice. They want to run this quarterback. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to go with the QB-designed run, but nice job defensively. They were not fooled by it. They were physical up front, and guys defeating blocks, able to get that tackle for loss.
He caught it, and he will score! Touchdown, Irish! They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
Yeah, salt enter wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for a man. It's Calandria. Pocket breaking down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. It's complete on the right side. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Got his man. After the filthy move, he's got room. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. And they spike it and get the clock stopped.
QB spikes it. No gain on the play. Brings up second down.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. This defense will try to keep everything in front. Going to swing it on second down. Here's the pressure. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that second down incompletion. On third down, he drops the throw. Makes the grab. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. Stanford going back to work with another first down. Lost a throw on first down. Stands in and takes the hit. To the end zone and is picked off. Takes it the other way. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them. So now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating